He certainly does it so many times.
Well, he's 4-1 up, but if he just hit that one dart at double top earlier on, it could be 5-0. And we said that James Wade doesn't often smash people up, you know, 6-0, 6-1. But at the minute, he's averaging 105.
And we said he doesn't do that.
Yeah. Well, this is. I was talking with Rob, our other co-commentator, because we were commentating on Wadey's previous game when he beat Simon Whitlock, and he'd said, I had a quick chat with Wadey, that he has really been practicing, and that he hit a 96 against Mark Webster. That he says that's a shot I've specifically practiced, and I felt much more confident. I knew as soon as I got down to the double 8, it was going in. And if James Wade is putting the hours in and he's feeling confident, I mean, anything could happen over not just today, but over the back end of the year. I mean, could he finally get that world title that he's been, you know, hankering for years? Well,
he's good enough because he can do it over a long distance as well. He's not a player that, you know, goes missing for legs and sets. He can sustain it for long periods of time, as he's proved with, you know, winning the Grand Prix, the match play, and quite a few other tournaments.
Yeah, 7 major titles and the Championship League as well. Was the second most successful player in PDC history until Michael Van Gogh recently eclipsed his record in terms of major titles.
Well, here we are again with that shot just over the 100. Now that may be a little bit extra difficult to find the treble.
60.
Well, shouldn't bother him too much, because Yella is back on 192, and well, it's a good second dart. And a third one. It's a good recovery from Jelle Klaasen, but 16 will give him 2 darts at tops.
Yeah, 2 crucial darts for James Wade, and again he's been low on the double top.
Oh, finally misses a double 10.
Now, he did this against Simon Whitlock, didn't he? But, you know, in the middle part of the game, messed around on doubles and let Simon in, and ended up going all the way, and that's a nick and a breaker throw from Jelle Klaasen.
To throw first.
And all of a sudden, James Wade was sitting there, should have been on 5 legs to 1, and now it's 4-2.
Yeah, he's had darts in the 2 legs he's lost, so James Wade. Well, it was a bit like this against Whitlock. He'd missed darts in a couple of legs, and he thought, oh, I've got to be home and hosed here. And while he appeared to be thinking that, Simon Whitlock stole a march on him. In the end, Wade found himself 5-4 down, had to win the last 2 legs. Did so.
75.
The problem with Jelle's game at the moment, you know, he's scruffy scoring, as we call it. You know, they're not straight tons and 140s regularly. He's hitting too many bad darts where 2 140s on the spin. That's where James Wade's scoring game has been for all 6 legs, and now 7. This is better from Klaasen.
100.
Just a ton. Wade has stolen the darts.
'83.
Just the 83. Got to be big. Oh, and again he's
81.
Just the 81.
Especially with the first dart so good in the treble. At this stage in a leg and in a game, you can't afford to do that against, well, anybody, not only James Wade.
94.
Now he's got to hope that James Wade's going to miss 2 darts at a double.
Great setup, but Wade's got the Motown shot.
44.
4 tops. Double 10, missed it last leg.
34.
Unbelievable. He couldn't miss it in the first 3 legs, the double 10, and now he's let Jelle Klaasen in again.
Game
shot. Takes a chance.
8 leg is James to throw first. Game on.
Wow. Jelle Klaasen has won 3 legs in this match, and James Wade has had a dart at a double before him in every single one.
100.
Yeah, the problem is now with James, if Jelle all of a sudden is getting confident and fires in a 12-dart leg, and all of a sudden he's the one who's got the advantage.
140.
Well, it's literally exactly how it went to Simon Whitlock.
Yeah, fully 10 points behind on the averages is Jelle Klaasen at the moment, and yet if he fires in a big score here, well, you go nearly 10 points behind. Look at those first 9 scoring. That's where Wade has bought himself opportunities in every single leg. Spurned in 3 of them, though. This is more like it from Wade. Yeah, it's another 180. That's his second.
And he actually needed it as well because Jelle Klaasen was breathing down his neck to nick this leg.
57. James require 121.
And he's going to get 6 darts from here, so he doesn't need to go the bullseye route. He may, yeah, he's looking at Jelle Klaasen, so he's going to stay on the treble 20. Sensible thinking from James Wade. Didn't want to mess around with a 51, go for the bullseye. No, set it up so I've got 3 darts at double top. I think this time the first dart at double top we'll probably see go on the top wire. He'll probably
43.
Over pitch a little bit.
40.
It could fall in, but it should go a little bit high.
Just there.
Exactly.
Game's on the 8th leg. James Wade.
Oh, this lad Harrington knows his stuff, doesn't he?
Game on.
I don't believe what they say about you, Rod, you know. I don't pay any attention to him.
I frighten myself sometimes.
134.
Klaasen has got to win the last 3 legs, or his challenge will come to an end in the quarterfinals. He does have the throw in 2 of them.
96.
Do you know, it always reminds me, James Wade, the way he plays his game, as if it's just an afternoon stroll.
134.
Taking the dog for an afternoon stroll. I just throw a few darts in the middle of it, which is good because he's staying within himself, and it's a good place to be when you're a dart player.
100.
Well, I mean, he's only 32, but he's been around so long. I mean, you remember him when he was
88.
When he was just a rake of a lad. I mean, 2003 made his debut at the Lakeside. Got done by Dennis Harbour. I was talking about it earlier on. But I mean, he's got so much experience.
Jelle require 145.
Mixing it with the best players in the world, year after year after year. Nothing phases him, it would seem.
121.
Well, that will set it up very nicely. So Jelle Klaasen done all that is asked of him so far in this leg. There's going to be pressure, though, from James Wade.
137. Jelle requires
Double 12.
24. Game
5-4, and Wade now
10th leg is
knows
James
that
to throw
this
first. Game on.
is the leg to produce a 12-darter.
Yes, you're exactly right. He's got to win it here and there. Here and now, I mean.
100.
And he will be disappointed with that because the first dart was absolutely perfect in the treble. And now Klaasen. Well, now we have a game on our hands. James needs to follow that. Needs at least a 140.
109.
Class darts.
He's just got this knack of just raising his intensity levels and the focus, and he just produces when he needs to.
Well, what is going on?
Now then.
I've only once seen 4 180s on the spin. Oh, we're going to have it here. Oh!
140.
Well, it gets him down to a finish, but Jelle Klaasen has put 6 perfect darts in here. Needs the 141, and it won't be a 9-darter.
85.
But he's hit an all-important treble.
81.
So now for the match, he's looking at treble 19 for double 12. Now he's got to go the 12 bullseye route. Now he wants the bullseye. Oh, class from both players. What a last leg of darts. Well, what do you got to say about that, Daniel?
That is unreal. Jelle Klaasen was forced to do the 9-darter to stay in that match. James Wade made him. We said he wanted a 12-darter just to be safe. It nearly wasn't. Back-to-back 180s from Jelle Klaasen. Couldn't take out the 141. He exits at the quarter-final stage. James Wade, the number 3 seed, is through to the semi-finals. We'll grab a quick few words with him, and then we find out who he plays here at the European Darts Grand Prix. It's going to either be Kim Huybrechts, who is throwing incredible darts this weekend, or Michael Smith, last year's beaten finalist.
On that Sunday, the afternoon was very good, and your match again, average of 103, checkout percentage over 50%.
I'm getting dizzy when I get that high. I was quite fortunate, you know, Jelle didn't score how he has been for the whole tournament. And I was going to make the bloody most of it. I mean, the crowd have been brilliant. They've kept quiet when they should do. They've cheered us. Without the crowd, you know, the darts isn't this standard, you know. I mean, they cheer us all on and they make us feel good about ourselves, you know. So thank you very much to the crowd.
Also, danke an euch. Er sagt, das hilft, damit man einfach dran bleibt, damit man die Konzentration aufrechterhält, um dann dieses Niveau spielen zu können. On one hand, you're so close to win a tournament now. 2 more matches. On the other hand, it's still far away. Who's going to win this? We don't know.
That trophy is a million miles away. You know, when I was a little bit less experienced, you know, you get to the semi-finals, you think, yes, it's mine. But unfortunately, I'm big enough and ugly enough now and wise enough to realise it is a million miles away. But, you know, this particular tournament's been absolutely fabulous because perhaps some of the favourites that you'd think would still be in it aren't, and I think the standard's probably higher.
Okay. Looking forward to that. Thank you very much. James Wade.